Hi everyone, I'm Front Row Phyllis, based on the fan favorite 1985 Paramount Pictures movie and inspired by the classic Hasbro board game. Clue is the ultimate whodunit that will leave you dying of laughter and keep you guessing until the final twist. And we are thrilled to welcome some of the cast, Joanna Glushak as Mrs. Peacock and David Hess as Colonel Mustard. Welcome, both of you, and thank you for joining us.
Thank you. Pleasure to be here.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
So most people are familiar with the game or the film. What is the setup for the play? Is it similar?
There's a similarity. The template, the film was a template for this script, and pretty much, although it's not exactly like the film at all, especially at the end. Back in the 80s when the film came out, I think when it came to the different theaters, they had 3 different endings, and you had to purchase a different ticket for which ending you wanted to see. And so Sandy Rustin, who put this together, she kind of did a homage to that as well as several other things. So we include several endings that you see every night, so it's without giving anything else away. But it includes the board game, and but kind of based on the film.
Yeah.
So when you guys were younger, did you play the game?
Oh, yes.
No.
Ah,
No?
I did not play the game. I did not know the game. I never saw the movie. I had to watch the movie when I got the audition.
Right.
Yeah, and that was my introduction.
Oh my gosh. Now, when you played the game, who'd you play? Do you remember?
I think I was probably Colonel Mustard.
You?
I created that. I probably intended for this moment.
He manifested.
I manifested it, yes. I think I probably was.
So what is the energy like on stage with the laughter from the audience? Do you guys feed off of that?
Oh, always.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
When it's not a lot of that laughter, A, we get out earlier.
Okay.
And B.
Do you really?
Yes, we do.
Okay.
Oh yeah, it can cut like 3 minutes off the show because the show is very fast.
Right.
So if there's laughter, we have to wait, and sometimes the laughter goes on, and we're waiting. So that's, the seconds add up to like 3 minutes longer. So
Every show is a little different. The timing's a little different. The audiences are sometimes incredibly responsive and sometimes not as much. Sometimes it's because the weather's too cold outside. Okay. But it's a fun show to do, and we're just flying around. The pace of the show goes sometimes conversational, and then when things happen and people get in trouble, then it just escalates, the tempo of the show. So it's a constant ebb and flow as far as the pace of the show, but the audience is always right there. So.
Speaking of that, it's a one-act, 90-minute show. What are some of the challenges to that?
Well, you have to, how do I say this appropriately? You can't eat or drink much before the show.
Exactly.
Because nobody gets a chance to go to the restroom.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Right.
that's one challenge.
That's one challenge. That's like doing the red carpet. Just
Right.
so you know.
exactly.
Right.
Yes,
That's it.
exactly.
That's pretty
Same
much
sort of
it.
thing.
You don't eat. Your last meal is at 2:00
Or the day before.
or the day before.
But also the pace is just constantly going, and so you just have to really stay alert all the time.
Yeah.
Right.
Because if you don't, the show goes on without you, so to speak.
So both of you have musical theater backgrounds. What's it like to approach a comedy versus a, musical? Different?
For a farce that is fast-paced, I think you need to be a musical theater person.
Okay.
Also because it's very, very detailed in its choreography and spacing. And we're used to that as musical theater people. Also, I scream a lot in the show, and anyone who does not know how to use their voice would have lost their voice by now.
I was just going to
So
say, wow.
I have to vocalize every day. Yeah, so I think really most of the people in the show are musical theater people.
And it's interesting, too, some people say, oh, it's not a musical, I don't have to warm up. But most of the people in our cast, you'll hear them at different times, before the show, doing a little vocalizing just to, it takes, as you just said, it being a farce and the characters that we are, requires a lot of vocal, just range and ability to do a variety of things with your voice. So you can't just wander out on stage and do a show.
So I know this answer. You're not going to be able to tell me. So who do you think did it?
Well, there's more than one answer to that.
Okay.
I think he did it.
Yeah, I know. It's always Colonel
I
Mustard.
don't even think he knew he did it because he's a little bit,
Wow.
Not there.
he's not there completely.
Wait a minute, who's taking several drinks of liquor during the show? Not my character.
Oh, then we're on the same page.
Oh my gosh, that's incredible.
There's, everybody gets a shot, so to speak, at being the.
We don't know who did it.
We don't know.
And we are not telling. You
No.
have to see the show.
I know. And so does everybody else. Thank you guys again. This has been a true delight. We cannot wait. Clue is playing for a limited time at the CIBC Theater now through March 2nd. Live from the CIBC Theater, it's Front Row Phyllis.